I really wish that I could be there in person with everybody. I'm doing a lot of traveling for Tango these days with publicity, so fortunately got some friends that are filming me and letting me share some of my thoughts about Pres Romanillos. For me, I started working with Pres on The Little Mermaid, and I will never forget the impact that he's had on my life. I remember working with Frank and Ollie and thinking about this proverb, as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. And that was the impact that Pres has had on my life as a friend and as an artist. I feel like he sharpened everybody that he came in contact with, made them a better person. The last time I saw Pres was at the hospital the day before he went home. And I came from the hospital to Animation Research Library to start to select some artwork for a show. And in the room here, I noticed is Pres's desk. And it was just a wonderful moment to feel like his presence was still with me. And I was looking at this desk, and I thought, to talk about him, it seemed like there's no better place than in the building where I first met him, which is actually where we were doing Little Mermaid here in the ARL back at that time, and here in front of his desk. You know, it's an interesting thing. If you look at an artist's workspace, it tells a lot about a person. Not just an artist, but it could be a gardener, could be somebody's tool bench or a workshop, or it doesn't matter what it is, but you see they leave behind something about themselves. Apparently, I guess when Disney was going through this time of reducing the hand-drawn animation department, getting rid of animation desks, somebody came across this incredibly unique animation desk and figured, all right, we've got to save this one. So they brought it in here, and this is Pres's. Well, a couple things first I noticed is that he makes this desk his own. And that really is like Pres. Whatever he touched, he transformed it, whether it was people he knew or the artwork, a character that he developed. He really put himself into that. I remember this first time coming into my office, seeing this guy, and there's this ability to, you feel like you've always known him right from the beginning. Anyway, he just sort of like permeates this desk. Different characters that he draws in there. Obviously, he's a man with enormous imagination. From sticking the genie here to Aladdin, talking with Pocahontas on the corner. Pres was always searching for a way to dig down deeper, to improve what God had given him. He was a very spiritual guy. Every Sunday during Pocahontas, Pres would meet my family and I at the Lake Avenue Congregational Church in Pasadena. He was somebody that saw deeper than just the surface. Here's a note that I had given to Pres at one point, and I think I stole this from Robert Fawcett, but it said that animation, or any art, is not primarily about doing beautiful drawings. It is about strong ideas. And this is obviously something Pres thought was important for him, because Pres, probably one of his biggest struggles was the fact that he was such a powerful artist. His drawing ability was really superb, and stepping into animation, it was difficult for him at first to let that one drawing go by, because he would render everything. He loved shading. I mean, just look at the way the genie is
coming out of these shadows here. I mean, he loved that feeling of form and dimension, and for him to kind of get this idea of a series of drawings, that was difficult for him, and he worked extremely hard at kind of holding at bay these forces of like wanting to render and draw everything. He's got a page here, looks like from Andrew Loomis' book, and it's just about eyes. Eyes are the most important part of animation. You can really look into the soul of a character through the eyes. It's funny, I mean, when I think of Pres, when I remember him, I see his eyes. There's just, I don't know, there's a spark in him. I think it's sincerity. Frank Thomas, Ollie Johnson always talked about the key to Disney animation is sincerity, believing in the characters that you're working on. But you can look and you can see it in the character's eyes. And you can see that in Pres's eyes as well. There's a photo of an Indian that we had really found inspirational for us on Pocahontas because there's a strength, there's nobility, a calmness. These are all qualities that seemed that was in Pres. It's a lineup of Pocahontas from dimension turning around. He did think of things sculpturally. Sculpture was very important, as we can see right here. It's funny, he's got this drawing of Aladdin holding his hand out to Pocahontas. I remember that moment in Aladdin where he's holding his hand out. He says, "Do you trust me?" And she says, "Yes." And she takes his hand and she pulls him off. Wouldn't it have been cool if Aladdin had actually been the one instead of John Smith and he Pocahontas? He's really the one. And I don't know, there's something here that Pres is leaving behind these wonderful little images of wouldn't it be cool if moments, this idea of, do you trust me? It was so important for Pres to surround himself with genuine people that he really trusted, that he could open up with. He was not a very guarded person. His heart was open to anybody. He gave us, our family, this drawing of Ariel early on, and we've kept it up in our house for all the years from Little Mermaid. And I've passed by that drawing many times, and I love the drawing, but I look at it and I think there's something about that, and for years I thought, but it's not exactly Ariel. And then I just realized, as I looked at this face, it's Janine. That's her face. It's like, he was drawing her before he even knew her. There's something in that face that, when I look at it now, I see her. I don't know, I think he was in touch with something a little deeper than everyone sees normally. So he's kind of bookended his career, and in a funny way, it represents Pres and Janine, Beauty and the Beast. Sorry, Pres didn't consult you about that, but he'd be the first one to laugh at that. And I really treasure my friendship with Pres, and thank you so much for letting me share about these memories, and we love you, Janine. Thank you.